Somalia did not have to fall. The Ogaden War destroyed trade routes, closed vital markets, and left the nation drowning in debt. But even then, there were still options to save the country. In the 1970s, almost everything had been nationalized: banks, farms, factories. So even after the war, the Somali government still owned massive wealth. There were two clear paths. The first was a strict war economy. No selling, no wasting. Every dollar from livestock, bananas, and ports used to pay debts and rebuild infrastructure like roads, ports, and irrigation. This is exactly how Japan and Germany rebuilt after World War II. The second path was to sell state companies and use the money to reduce debt and stabilize the economy, but that's not what happened. Yes, companies were sold, like the state banana company Fruit in 1989. Yet the money never went to the treasury. It was swallowed by corruption and mismanagement. And ironically, right after the sale, banana exports peaked in 1990 at 450,000 tons, the highest in Somalia's history. But the wealth stayed in private hands, and debt only grew worse, while income shrank after selling away the country's own sources of revenue. In 1980, Somalia already owed about $500 million. By 1985, that had tripled to $1.5 billion. And by 1989, debt had reached $2.5 billion, almost double the size of the entire economy. With no way out, Somalia turned to the IMF in 1980. The IMF demanded harsh reforms: devaluation, service cuts, more privatization. But in a corrupt system, these reforms only deepened the collapse. Instead of stabilizing the economy, devaluation made basic goods unaffordable. Cuts to services left people without schools and healthcare. And privatization simply handed what was left of state assets to the same elites who had already looted the country. Even after war and debt, Somalia still had choices. But corruption won over discipline. And the country lost its future. And this is why the fight against corruption remains the most important struggle for Somalis today.